Hello, everybody who's in here. We'll get started here in a few minutes. Let everybody finish up in the other session. All right, we got some folks coming in. We'll wait a minute or two here to let others make their way in from the other events. Let's go ahead. Usually when I do this, I can put some music on and have a little background track, but can't do that today with this screen share. So you just get, I don't know if you can hear the sounds of my children running around upstairs. All right, let's see if I can get the link. All right, got some more folks in here. I'm going to go ahead and paste the link to a Google form. This will be the form used for the trivia. For everybody who is coming in, again, we'll give another minute or two for folks to jump in. And then I'm sure people will be coming and going. But that is the Google form to submit answers for the trivia questions. There'll be three rounds and then a final round. And we'll go through the questions, and the answers are in the form of a multiple choice dropdown. You can pick the one that is there. Hello, Celine. Hello, Deb, Anthony, folks that are in here now. Let's see. All right, so if you have access there, this is can't communicate verbally with everybody. You can't hear you, so use the chat, please, if you have any questions. The Google form is in the chat feed there. If you don't see that because you just came in, I'll just keep pasting it in there just so folks can see it and have access. I'm not sure how long if the chat appears for everybody who's coming in new. Get your beverage ready and we'll go through some trivia here. All right. Why don't we go ahead and get started? As folks come in, we can get them up to speed. So this is, as I mentioned, happy hour trivia. 3 rounds. It's a mixed bag of different questions. Each round has a category, and the questions are all related to that category. Some are a little more closely related than others. If you have that drop-down form or the Google form, you'll go ahead and put a team name in there. You want to make sure each round you'll remember what your team name is. After a few drinks, you might forget, but you can do your best. And go ahead and fill those answers out and submit it. What we'll do is we'll go through one round, and it's 10 questions plus a bonus. So you don't need to submit until after the entire round is over. So I'll go through the 10 questions plus the bonus question. You'll fill in the answers in the appropriate spot on the form, and then go ahead and submit, and then I'll tally up the scores and post the scoreboard on the screen. So the first round category is big screen books, and I'll give you an example question first. Welcome, Betsy. Go ahead. I'm going to put a form in the chat here, so anybody that's new can go ahead and click that. So this is going to be your answer form for the trivia. So round 1 is big screen books. The first question is going to be an example, so you don't need to fill out the answer. Just going to give you an example of the type of question you're going to get. So here's the example. The example is, who is the patriarch of the family featured in The Godfather? Godfather, a book, Mario Puzo. No, I'm not saying that right. Turned into a legendary movie, but who is the patriarch of the family featured in The Godfather? And again, this is just the example, so you don't need to fill it out. And the answer is Vito Corleone. So in your drop down, you would look for that answer and it'll be there. Again, it's not there now because you're just doing the example. So we're going to go ahead. Thank you, Celine, for that note that everyone can see the previous chat. So I won't paste that in any longer here. And again, it'll be the same form for each round. If you saw there was a drop down with which round we're working on, make sure you're selected to round 1, and your answers for each question will be lined up there. So round 1, question 1. What Stephen King novel took place at the Overlook Hotel? What Stephen King novel took place at the Overlook Hotel? That is question 1. All right, question number 2. Who is the potions professor in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets? Who is the potions professor in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets? Okay. Number 3. Gregory Peck starred as what character in the movie adaptation of To Kill a Mockingbird? Gregory Peck starred as what character in the movie adaptation of To Kill a Mockingbird? All right. Number 4. What is the name of the second book in the series that features a fight to the death of children known as tributes? What is the name of the second book in the series that features a fight to the death of children known as tributes? For anyone just joining, there is a link here in the chat within this room with our Google form. We're on question 4. You're going to want to go ahead and put your team name in and select round 1. And we are going through all the questions in round 1 before you submit the form. So this is question number 4. What is the name of the second book in the series that features a fight to the death of children known as tributes? Number 5. What is the name of the great lion who helps defeat the White Witch in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? Again, our category here is big screen books. Questions related to books that made it their way onto the big screen. What is the name of the great lion who helps defeat the White Witch and the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? All right. Question number 6. Lenny wants to pet what animal in Of Mice and Men? Again, welcome to folks jumping in. There is a link in the chat for the Google form to match up answers to the questions here on the screen. We're in round 1, question 6. Lenny wants to pet what animal in Of Mice and Men? Of Mice and Men, excuse me. All right, number 7. The Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons are movies based on the books by this author. The Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons are movies based on the books by this author. Again, welcome to anybody who just joined. There's a Google form link in the chat. We're in round 1, big screen books. This is question 7. All right, moving on to question 8. Vizzini, Fezzik, and Inigo Montoya are characters from this novel. Vizzini, Fezzik, and Inigo Montoya are characters from this novel. All right, number 9. Number 9, round 1, big screen books. David Fincher adapted this Chuck Palahniuk novel into a movie, but we better not talk about it. David Fincher adapted this Chuck Palahniuk novel into a movie, but we better not talk about it. And again, as you'll notice on the form, if you've clicked on the link and gone to the form, there is a bonus question in this round. Bonus is worth 2 points. We'll get to that here after question number 10. So it'll be question 10 and then a bonus. Number 10, FBI Special Agent Clarice Starling works with Dr. Hannibal Lecter to track down this criminal in Silence of the Lambs. FBI Special Agent Clarice Starling works with Dr. Hannibal Lecter to track down this criminal in Silence of the Lambs. All right, and we're going to go on to the bonus question now. It's worth 2 points. The bonus is, who wrote the novel Breakfast at Tiffany's? Who wrote the novel Breakfast at Tiffany's? Once you have all your answers filled out there on the form, go ahead and submit. If you want me to go back to any questions, go ahead and mark that in the chat here, and I'll be happy to do that. Otherwise, I'm going to go through and tally up some scores here. Again, normally I'd have some music playing, so if you have music where you're at, go ahead and start playing some music as I go ahead and tally up the scores here in round 1. All right, so we got technically Stephen, J.H. Piego, the ETC Emerging Trivia Champions, North and Interloper so far submitting. All right. If anybody else would like to take a chance here, we'll go through, we're going to go ahead and do the answers here, and then I'll pull up the scoreboard. Looks like everybody did pretty well. All right. Let's go through the answers here for the questions. Number 1, what Stephen King novel took place at the Overlook Hotel? That is The Shining. The Shining. Number 2, who is the potions professor in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets? The answer is Severus Snape. Severus Snape. Number 3, Gregory Peck starred as what character in the movie adaptation of To Kill a Mockingbird? That was Atticus Finch is the answer. Atticus Finch. And again, anybody just joining, we are going through the answers for round 1. And there is a link in the chat for the form. You can join us for round 2. There's always time. We got 4 rounds, 3 traditional rounds, and then 1 final round, which will have 20 questions. We're going through the answers for round 1 right now. Question 4, what is the name of the second book in the series that features a fight to the death of children known as tributes? Catching Fire is the answer to that one. Catching Fire. Number 5, what is the name of the great lion who helps defeat the White Witch? Aslan. Aslan is the answer. Lenny wants to pet what animal in Of Mice and Men? He wants to pet the rabbit. The rabbit. John Malkovich playing that role in that movie with Gary Sinise. The Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons are movies based on the books by Dan Brown is the answer for that one. Vizzini, Fezzik, and Inigo Montoya are characters from Princess Bride. Number 9, David Fincher adapted Fight Club, but we're not supposed to talk about it. And number 10, FBI Special Agent Clarice Starling works with Hannibal Lecter to track down Buffalo Bill. Buffalo Bill. And our bonus question, which a few of you did answer correctly. Let me just make sure nobody else is here. Is Truman Capote. Truman Capote. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the screen, at the scoreboard, mind you. Let me pull this up here. If it lets me. There we go. And there it is. Oh. Scoreboard, there we are. Interloper with 10, coming out of round 1. ETC, Emerging Trivia Champions. Technically, Steven in third with 5. JH Piego with 3, and North with 2. So good job in round 1, everyone. We'll go on here to round number 2. So go ahead and use that same form that you were using. And we're going to pull up the questions for round 2. Let me just double check the chat if anybody has any questions. Up, so close. Celine, you were so close. All right, no, round 2, the category is breakfast cereal. I agree with Betsy on your work here, Celine, in organizing this. Hopefully your glass of wine is about that high filled, maybe just a mug of wine, perhaps. All right, round 2, breakfast cereal. Go ahead and if you don't see it, there is a form in the chat you can click on, and we're going to go into the questions here. You're going to select round 2. Round 2. Here's the example question. This is not the first one. This is the example question. The rabbit mascot for this cereal has only actually eaten the cereal it promotes 3 times. And here in the example, the answer is Trix. So these are the types of questions here in round 2 with the category breakfast cereal. All right, question number 1. This star athlete has appeared on the Wheaties box 18 times, the most of any other person. This star athlete has appeared on the Wheaties box 18 times, the most of any other person. All right. Number 2, what is the full name of Captain Crunch? What is the full name of Captain Crunch? All right. Number 3, Katie the kangaroo, Elmo the elephant, and Newt the gnu lost out on a bid to be the mascot of this breakfast, actually of a breakfast cereal, it should say. Name the winning mascot. So Katie the kangaroo, Elmo the elephant, and Newt the gnu lost out on a bid to be the mascot of a breakfast cereal. Name the winning mascot. And you'll see the answers in the drop down are names of mascots that may have been the winner. All right, question number 4. In the 1970s, this monstrous cereal turned kids' poop neon pink, thanks to the soon-to-be banned red dye number 2. In the 1970s, this monstrous cereal turned kids' poop neon pink, thanks to the soon-to-be banned red dye number 2. That is question number 4. Again, anyone just joining the trivia, there is a link in the chat up near the top for a Google form. That's what we're using to follow along. We're in round 2 and about to hop on to question number 5. Question 5. Back in 1941, Cheerios appeared on store shelves as this name in order to differentiate it from competitors still using corn. Back in 1941, Cheerios appeared on store shelves as this name in order to differentiate it from competitors still using corn. All right, number 6. You might start hopping from a sugar high since a single serving of this cereal has more sugar than a Twinkie. You might start hopping from a sugar high since a single serving of this cereal has more sugar than a Twinkie. All right. Question 7. Michael Jackson and the rest of the Jackson 5 starred in 5 musical commercials for this cereal in 1973, 3 years after their smash hit ABC was released. Michael Jackson and the rest of the Jackson 5 starred in 5 musical commercials for this cereal in 1973, 3 years after their smash hit ABC was released. This is question 7 in round 2. Category is breakfast cereal. All right, number 8. Despite having multiple colors, each fruity O of this cereal represents a single fruit flavor. Despite having multiple colors, each fruity O of this cereal represents a single fruit flavor. Okay, number 9, and this category also has a bonus. So as you wrap up number 10, we do have a bonus question, so don't submit until that bonus question is asked. Question number 9. Name the 3 characters that are the mascots of Rice Krispies. Name the 3 characters that are the mascots of Rice Krispies. All right, number 10. The first ever cereal prize was featured on this Kellogg's cereal box in 1909. It was a book called Kellogg's Funny Jungleland Moving Pictures that had to be requested by mail to obtain. The first ever cereal prize was featured on this Kellogg's cereal box in 1909. It was a book called Kellogg's Funny Jungleland Moving Pictures, and it had to be requested by mail to obtain. What is the name of that cereal? All right, and then the bonus question. Name the 4 original marshmallows of Lucky Charms. Name the 4 original marshmallows of Lucky Charms. All right, once you have your answers, go ahead and submit. right, we're going to go ahead and we'll tally up the scores here before we go through the answers here in just a second. Okay, I think we're waiting on one more submission here. Hopefully they haven't left. Maybe they're just reviewing their answers, but if they left, that's okay. Probably needed to refill their drink. Okay, we'll go ahead and go through the answers and then we'll toggle back to the scoreboard. All right, so number one, this star athlete has appeared on the Wheaties box 18 times. That answer is Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. Number two, what is the full name of Captain Crunch? Horatio Magellan Crunch. Number three, Katie the kangaroo, Elmo the elephant, and Newt the New lost out to Tony the Tiger. Tony the Tiger. Number four, 1970s monstrous cereal that turned kids' poop neon pink. It was Frankenberry. Frankenberry. Number five, back in 1941, the Cheerios appeared on store shelves as Cheery Oats. Cheery Oats was the answer there. Number six, you might start hopping. The answer is Smacks. It might have been called Honey Smacks or Sugar Smacks, but it was Smacks. All right. Number seven was Michael Jackson, the rest of the Jackson 5. The answer was Alphabets. Alphabets was the answer there. All right. Number eight, despite having multiple colors, the answer was Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops was the answer. All the same flavor. Different color O's, all the same flavor. Number nine, name the three characters that are the mascots of Rice Krispies. Snap, Crackle, and Pop is the answer there. I think everybody got that one. Yes, everybody did. Everybody did. Number 10, the first ever cereal prize. This was the Kellogg's Corn Flakes. Kellogg's Corn Flakes. And the bonus, name the four original marshmallows. The answer was, let's see if anybody got the answer. Yes, the answer is clovers, hearts, stars, and moons. Let me make sure folks get their 2 points for that. So JH, Piego, and Interloper, you both got the bonus. So let me update the scores here and tally up where we are in the overall standings. And here you go, Interloper in the lead. Oops, that's incorrect. Sorry, not 19. 11. Big difference. There we go. 21 points in the lead here, followed by ETC, Emerging Trivia Champions, JH Piego, and North. Looks like we lost Steven in the mix. Might have had to go back to the fridge. We don't know. All right, let's go into round three here. Round three. And then we'll head into the final round. Round three is sports. Sports. So go ahead in your form, select the round three option. And here's a no example in this one. You guys know the route. So this is question number one. Question number one. How many NBA championships did the Los Angeles Lakers win with Kobe Bryant? How many NBA championships did the Los Angeles Lakers win with Kobe Bryant? All right, number two. Oh, there we go. Number two. What country's soccer or football, however you wish to describe it, team has participated in every World Cup? What country's soccer team has participated in every World Cup? All right, number 3. Raging Bull, the classic 1980 movie, is about which real-life boxer? Raging Bull is about which real-life boxer? I agree with you, Deb. This is a no Google trivia. No Google trivia. Number 4. Which NFL team won the first 2 Super Bowls in 1967 and 1968? Which NFL team won the first 2 Super Bowls? All right, number 5. How many Grand Slam singles titles has Serena Williams won? How many Grand Slam singles titles has Serena Williams won? All right. Next question. Number 6. Number 6 here in round 3 of sports. Which golf tournament did Tiger Woods win by 12 strokes in 1997 to record his first major championship win? Which golf tournament did Tiger Woods win by 12 strokes in 1997 to record his first major championship win? All right, number 7. Name the winner of the 2020 Preakness Stakes. Just happened last weekend, I believe, here in Baltimore. Okay, and number 8 here in the round 3 category of sports. Which country has produced the most Formula One World Championship winning drivers? Which country has produced the most Formula One World Championship winning drivers? Number 9. Who is third on the all-time baseball home run list with 714 career home runs? Who is third on the all-time list in baseball home runs? Number 10. This one also has a bonus. Number 10. Wayne Gretzky was traded to the LA Kings from this NHL franchise. Wayne Gretzky was traded to the LA Kings from this NHL franchise. All right, number bonus. Number bonus. Name the reigning NFL offensive MVP winner. Name the reigning NFL offensive MVP winner. Once you have that, go ahead and submit your answers. And we'll go through the answers and tally up the scores. Okay, let's go ahead and go through the answers here. I just make sure the scores are tracking correctly. Okay. Number one, how many NBA championships did the LA Lakers win with Kobe Bryant? Answer is 5. 5 is the answer there. What country's soccer or football team has participated in every World Cup? The answer is Brazil. Number 3, Raging Bull, the classic 1980 movie, is about which real-life boxer? Jake LaMotta. Jake LaMotta is the answer. Green Bay Packers is the answer to number 4. The Green Bay Packers won the first 2 Super Bowls. Serena Williams has 23 singles championships. Which golf tournament did Tiger Woods win? The Masters is the answer to that one. The Masters was his first. The Preakness winner, Swiss Skydiver. Authentic won the Derby. And Tiz the Law won Belmont. Which country has produced the most Formula One World Championship winning drivers? The United Kingdom is the answer to that one. Who is third on the all-time home run list? The answer is Babe Ruth with 714. Wayne Gretzky was traded to the LA Kings from this NHL franchise. The answer is the Edmonton Oilers. Sorry, I was going to say Orioles. That is incorrect. It is the Oilers. And the bonus, name the reigning NFL offensive MVP. The answer is Lamar Jackson. So let me go ahead and make sure we get the scores updated correctly here. And let's make sure we've got it. Then I will show the scoreboard before we head into the final round. Things got a little more even here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the scores now after 3 rounds. Interloper sports not your thing, I think. Let me just double check to make sure all the scoring is correct. Yep, that is correct. All right, so heading into the final round, we've got a pretty tight game here with JH Piego Interloper and the ETC Emerging Trivia Champions right there at the top. The final round is worth 20 points, so it still could be anybody's game. So what I'm going to do on the screen here is show you a list of inventions. Our category is Inventors, Innovation Week, Invention. So I'm going to show 1 through 20 on the screen here, and you on your answer form have 20 inventors in your dropdown. You have to select one inventor for each of the inventions listed next to the number on the screen. So I'm going to pull that up here. You have 5 minutes. Go ahead and fill out as close as you can, and we will then tally up scores. So once everybody has the scores in, if it's less than 5 minutes, and we'll go ahead and go through the answers. So this is final round inventors. Match the invention to the inventor. And then I'll tally up the final scoreboard here, and we'll see who won. I just need some Jeopardy music now, so you can play that in your head. I want to thank everybody for joining, whether you were submitting answers or just watching and playing along at home. Thanks for participating in the happy hour trivia. And thank you to the ETC, to Celine, to Deb, to Val, to the whole team there for the innovation celebration. This was not an easy thing to put together, considering everything. Usually this is a week crammed into one day, but I think everything went really smoothly as far as I could tell. So thank you to all of you for spreading the good word of innovation here in Baltimore. And we look forward to hopefully a full week of innovation celebration in the spring. So again, this is the final round. Go ahead and match up the inventor to the invention using your form there. And once we have all of the teams submitting, we'll be able to tally up a winner. could sing, keep you occupied as you're filling out your answers, but I won't do that. Not a good sound. If anybody's interested, I do run a Tuesday night trivia. If you saw in your contact form, it's there. I can share it out. If you go onto Facebook, I think I don't know if it's a private group or not, but if you go to Facebook, Tuesday Night Trivia, we have a group there, and really it's just a group of friends of mine that we started getting together back in April doing trivia, and just kind of grew from there, and that's what this whole setup was built out of. And I appreciate Celine asking me to help participate here and do this. But if you're interested in that, feel free. You can email me, Luckke, Lucke at responselabs.com. I'll be happy to give you some information. We play Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock. It's all through Zoom, so no need to venture out anywhere. And it's some good fun. Just these kind of questions, 3 rounds and a final round, these types of questions. With using the Zoom, we do have music, and we have music rounds, and we have some lightning rounds as well. So you get extra points if you're quick to answer for individual questions. So if you're interested, you can go ahead and reach out. All right, let's see if we've got some submissions. So once you have that final round form matched up, go ahead and submit. We'll give you another minute here, minute or two. Let's go ahead out. I don't want to change the screen. I was going to peek at the scoreboard, but we don't want to change the screen on you as you're trying to match everything up. So hang tight here for a minute. Let's see if okay, we got 2 teams with their answers submitted thus far. All right, looks like we've got almost everybody. We're just waiting on. Nope, I think that is everybody actually. So, okay, let me pull together here the scores before I show you the answers. Well, we'll do the scores together here. All right, so let's take a look at the answers. Final round answers. Tinfoil phonograph, Thomas Edison. Alexander Graham Bell, the telephone. George Washington Carver for the 300 uses of peanuts. Cotton gin, Eli Whitney. Gutenberg and the printing press, Benjamin Franklin with the bifocal glasses. John Logie Baird, mechanical television. James Naismith, basketball. Herman Hollerith, the punch card tabulation system, and Nikola Tesla for fluorescent lighting. Richard Gatling for the machine gun. James Dyson for the bagless vacuum cleaner. Leonardo da Vinci with the helicopter. Alessandro Volta for the battery. Volts came from him. Robert Fulton for the steam-powered paddle boat. Rene Laennec for stethoscope. Samuel Morse for the Electric Telegraph, Tim Berners-Lee, World Wide Web, and Alfred Nobel for dynamite. So let's go ahead and see. Yeah, that was hard. That was that was a little hard. We gave you some easy ones and then put some hard ones in there. So let's go ahead and let's see where the scores were heading into the final round. All right, and we did have an additional submission here, right for the final round. So let's see how well they did here. Let's see. Final round tallies. Go after it. Thank you for joining us. You had an 8. Let's go ahead and make that a little bigger for you. All right. Technically, Stephen came back in for the final round. Thank you. We missed you. We figured you were just filling up the beer. Had 10. North with 4. The ETC champions, 9. In the lead so far, Interloper, 7. Tie for the lead, and J.H. Piego, 13. You're outright winner. Congratulations. I don't know if there's any prizes or not other than a nice little round of applause, but well done. Good job. And thank you, everybody, for joining me here for some happy hour trivia. Again, I do Tuesday night trivia on Zoom every night. If you're interested, go ahead and you can send me an email. And thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend and relax, enjoy, and have a good one. Take care, guys.